This podcast is aimed at the veteran community. It hopes to recreate a conversation taking place in any naffy anywhere in the world right now. We want to combat social isolation by letting veterans feel part of this conversation. If you're easily offended, please switch off now. And if you want to see more, please subscribe to this channel and be part of the community.
Hello everyone and welcome to Veterans in Crisis podcast. Today we have Sunderland footballer Grant Leadbitter. Grant's been nice enough to come in and do a podcast with us after he came to have a look around the ERV the other day. Welcome, Grant.
No problem, thank you.
Thanks very much for coming.
No problem.
So, I know you probably haven't seen one of the podcasts. It's normally veterans that come on or serving military. Why I asked you to come on is because you're a Sunderland lad, and this whole thing is meant for Sunderland people.
Yeah.
So really we just run through a bit of a timeline, talk about your childhood, you know. This isn't like a podcast about the football club.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we'll bring that football into it, but I'm not going to say to you, what's happening with the team, who was signing out like that. It's not like that, you know. Just a conversation. Is that what you didn't want to talk about, just didn't talk about it. All right?
No problem, yeah.
So where did you grow up?
I grew up in a little mining village called Fence Houses.
All right.
You know it, so...
Oh, I know it, aye.
Yeah, it was a good community back then.
Right.
It was good to grow up, and lots of Sunderland fans on my street, so the whole family's pretty much Sunderland.
I think, have you got sisters?
Two sisters,
Two sisters, aye.
So,
were you spoilt when you were a kid? Or were you the oldest?
I was a middle child, so...
Middle way, so nobody cared about you then?
No, I think my sisters would say it was the other way around. I think the middle child got everything, but...
Oh, right, with that?
Yeah,
no, it's because they knew you got to be a footballer, mate. That's it. It's going to come back, innit? That's what they thought. It's going to come back.
Yeah, two sisters.
And yeah, obviously, you support Sunderland.
Yeah. Season tickets since I had one, I think, a gold card back in the day at Roker Park.
Gold card, aye. It's funny as well, right? Because one of my directors is called Gloria, and her husband Bruce, spoke to them last night, and I said, you were coming on. He was like, right, say this. I used to have the season ticket in front of him at the match, and I was like, well, I don't know if he's going to remember that.
My dad had a couple of good friends.
Who used to sit,
Bruce, at the stadium?
Aye.
At the stadium, yeah. We used to sit in, it was a family zone at the time.
Aye.
All five of us used to go, and we had some friends in front of us. I can't remember.
He's called Bruce, so he said.
One of them might be called Les, I'm not sure.
So I've mentioned him now, we'll be on him now.
No problem.
So growing up, what was it like?
I think growing up back, a different generation to now.
It is.
People can say life's moved on and thingy, but I always look back and say, a working hard industry was very good for me, and back then you used to know your neighbours, you used to know everyone in your street and everyone in your little community really, and I'm not sure it's like that anymore in life, is it?
Well, I mean, personally, I used to leave the house first in the morning, play out all day and come in for your tea.
Yeah. Get called in when it used to get dark for your mum and dad,
Exactly, but like my daughter's never had that experience.
You still wouldn't come in, you still stay out and play.
Well, you'd want longer, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? You'd want longer. But like my daughter's 15 now and she's never had that experience.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's different.
I don't know if it's...
I've got two girls, my 11-year-old, and it's like, we live quite out in the country now, and but it's hard for her to play out with friends and stuff like that, but I've got good friends of mine, got kids, and they find it hard to, let them go out from day till the end, because you want to know where they are. People's checking the phones, checking locations where your kids are, and I think back then we never used to have that, because trust was there with your neighbours, and everyone used to look after each other. Yeah,
well that's what I was going to say. Everyone knew everyone, didn't they? And now you look, if you don't know what your house is like, but in my street, people come and go all the time, whereas when I was younger, then people were there 10 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you were in and out of people's houses, weren't you? I mean, that was probably because I was burgling. That was a joke, by the way.
It might have been Nicky 99 dollars, but I wasn't burgling, that's all.
$99 used to be a laugher when you were a kid. So, fence houses, it's mostly Sunderland, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aye.
I think, not so long ago, to be honest, I still have a group chat with some of my dad's friends, and we used to all lived in the street, Pinewood Street. We used to all live in the same terrace houses, and it was brilliant. And not so long ago, I met up with some of them and just talk about the good old days, and it was good. It was really good to see them, and season ticket holders to this day, and it's good. It really is.
I think, are you 34 now?
34, yeah.
34. It's your birthday Tuesday?
Tuesday, yeah.
Tuesday,
Tuesday gone,
so, yeah. God, I know, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's as if I've researched. So, growing up, what school did you go to then?
I went to Woodley Primary School.
That's in Fensham?
Yeah, I basically lived off the back of it.
Aye.
I lived off the back of it, yeah, so...
It's not good if you were trying to skive off then, is it?
I used to love school, to be honest.
Did you?
Used to play football from
Aye.
all the time, every break time, so it was kind of quite good. And then I moved on to Parkview.
Right.
I went to Parkview. I had a choice of going to Houghton, Keepyer or Parkview, so most of my friends went to Parkview, so you kind of follow that, don't you? So no, it was a good school.
And how did you find like the academic part of school? Not as good? That's alright, man. You can't be good at everything.
Like I say to my daughters now, I'm a big believer you've either got it or you haven't. And if you haven't got it academically, you've got to work twice as hard as the people who have got it. Just like in football, if you're not good, you've got to work hard to improve yourself. So I'm a big believer in that. And yeah, I kind of went to the senior schools all in the top sets. And by the time I left, and I was kind of stupid really and slackened off and went down to the lower sets and mid sets. So
did you think that was because you thought you were going to be a footballer?
I always knew I was.
Aye.
I must admit, I always knew I had that driven. I had that. I had the wing mirrors on, I suppose, and you're always driving for that goal. If I was going to make it, I don't know, but I was always going to put that before anything else. If I'm honest,
Yeah.
I was always going to put the football opportunity first. And I'm fortunate enough to sit here and say that I've done quite well and played Premier League, Championship, tie end, and played over 500 games. So I think work hard pays off, and that was my motto. My mum and dad taught me that, and it was.
I think a lot of stuff gets put on the academic side of things when not everyone is academic. You know,
No.
like people are really like clever with their hands and
Yeah.
practical stuff and stuff. Me myself, I always knew I was going to join the army, so all I aimed for is the very little least I could do to get in the army.
Yeah.
You know, I'll cruise through school,
Yeah,
just do the least I can, get them grades, and that's it. You know, I mean, it's a stupid
I'm
idea,
sure
really.
I bet you enjoyed school with your friends. And stuff,
It was a laugh, you know what I mean, because I wasn't really trying.
no pressure on.
No, I did like. My daughter's under extreme pressure now because she's topping out everything.
Okay.
Right, but she wants to be on the stage on theatre, and she's working towards that. And she said it was last night. Like she was like about her being stressed, and I was like, "What are you stressed for?" And she went, "You don't know how stressful it is because I want to get into this certain school and that." And
funny you should say that because what day is it? Day Thursday. Next Friday, my 11-year-old's got an entrance exam to get into senior school.
Aye.
And I'm like, I picked her up a couple of days ago from school, and actually on my birthday, and she said, "Oh, I feel a bit pressure, Dad." I said, "Why do you feel pressure?" She says, "Because I want to get in school, it's my friends and stuff like that." I said, "If you've got it or you haven't, if you want to get in, if you get in, you get in. Don't put pressure on yourself and stuff like that." And she's like myself, she's quite sporty for a young girl, she's quite good at everything. And so, 11-year-old entrance exams, I think.
Is that a private school or something?
Yeah.
So
it's different. It's different. I must admit, I'm sat here now and I wasn't a big believer of private schools and stuff like that because I was brought up, and me and my sisters and my wife, she's from Hackney Springs, so we were brought up really like everyone else. And but at the time I moved to Middlesbrough and we couldn't get in the 3 local schools, and the next closest one was the school we chose to go to because otherwise, but now this is doing quite well and I'm proud of her, and the 2 girls doing well.
it is stressful for an 11-year-old worrying about to get in somewhere, like, isn't it?
But I think the worry comes from what they all see in the schools, all the friends and stuff. That's where the worry comes from, because you know what we're like as kids. You want to be better than each other, and but no, it is really good, and it does push them in that sense.
Right. Well, I mean, I see it. Senior school for me was just a laugh. Double, like, I didn't.
Yeah.
I was in trouble all the time. I basically just wanted to get it over with. People say it's the best years of your life, and it wasn't for me.
Okay.
It was just a necessity to get through.
Yeah.
To join the army. I mean, I joined the army when I was 16.
Okay.
Straight from school. I did a job for 2 months, I think it was, and then straight in the army. So, but then when I got to 21, I didn't want to be in the army anymore. So that left us thinking, what do I do now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what you find is a lot of veterans are like that.
Okay.
Whether they're in for 5 years or 20 years, what do you do when you come out? You know,
Yeah,
and I assume
it's a bit like
footballers.
football. It's a bit like football now. But I suppose if you love football that much, you always stay in it. And,
so what when you went to secondary school,
Yeah.
you live in on the school team and that, yeah?
yeah, we had a decent school team. Yeah,
Aye.
yeah. But to be honest, didn't really play much for the school because at the time I was at Sunderland Academy.
Academy,
So,
aye. Did it
I
stop
think
you from playing?
back then? Yeah. So I joined Sunderland when I was 6-year-old, and so I played for me primary school team all the way through and got to the senior schools. And I always remember I played the first year as year 7 and we done quite well, and we always had a decent school team. And then after that, someone tried to say that you couldn't really play much for your school because you had training 3 times a week. You had a game on a Saturday, and so yeah.
Did they ever give you grief at school for that? Then? For not playing?
No, I must admit I had a real good group of friends at school. Real good group of friends. I had 6 or 7 good people, and they didn't want me to throw it away, really, if I'm honest. And I always look back and each year now at you know, they never let me get into trouble, and they always looked after me, had me back. It's and even like as funny it is, like you know what it's like when you're kids, you go out on a Friday night, you have a few drinks when you're 14, 15, but they would never let me. They would say, no, you've got a chance. They would never let me. So yeah, I'm grateful, and each year I take them on holiday, and I appreciate what they did, because I'm not sure they know. I'm not sure I've ever told them that, but yeah, they had a big part of that as well.
They'll know when they watch this, man.
Yeah,
Well,
they were good.
Well,
They were good.
you'd be good at then.
No, they were good. They were good.
Well,
good back then.
jumping a little bit forward then while you were talking about that, I met you in Magaluf when you were on holiday with your mates.
Yeah, yeah.
And I can't remember what year it was.
I'll tell you what year it was.
Aye. Go, did I make that much of an impression?
No, because it was yeah, it was 2008 it would have been.
Was it?
Yeah.
2008. 12 years ago.
Yeah, it would have been 2008.
Aye. I spoke about that because I'm going away on Sunday with the lads I joined the army with in 1986.
All right, okay.
And there's 7 of us, and we're all 50 this year.
Okay.
So I thought, all right, we're going on all that. It's been like, yeah, it's going to be brilliant. And now it's closer, everyone's going, God, one day is going to be good, the other days, well, I'll be ill. You know what I mean? Because I went there, so if it's 12 years ago...
So where are you going? Are you going back to Magaluf?
No, I went to Tenerife.
Tenerife, okay.
So I went there, if it was 12 years ago, had a great first day.
Yeah.
And I was ill for the next 2 days, like
Okay.
properly ill off the drink. You know, but the younger lads, they were all, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And I remember, when I met you on the plane, obviously we were all Sunderland fans, so
Yeah.
you were sitting next to them, and I'm sure one of your mates was a mag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them is.
Aye,
Up Chesty Street, yeah.
Aye.
One of them's,
See how it sticks in me mind?
yeah, one of the start mag, it's not good.
He was saying, but I'm a supporter, because everyone was going, you fucking mag bastard. And
Yeah,
then he's
yeah.
going, but I'm a supporter of Grant, that's the
Yeah,
thing, you know.
Yeah.
So when you finished school, would you have just sat your exams normal, or do you do it with this club?
No, I sat my exams normal.
Right.
Sat my exams normal, and I can always remember the day after or 2 days after my exams. At the time, Jed McManee was academy director, and at the time he said just come straight in. I didn't have any time off. He just brought me straight in with the older lads, and got straight on with it really. And when I went into the YT as it was back then before he went pro, is because my dad at the time, he was working 6 till 6 all day long, and I couldn't get to train every day, so I ended up moving into digs just down Roker.
Right.
For 6 months before I passed my test. So yeah, I moved in with Christine, which is a lovely family, the Ryan family down there. So yeah, it was good.
So we would have been still at Rotor Park then?
No,
No, at the stadium.
Yeah.
Aye.
I'm not that old.
I say I keep thinking about myself.
I was at the first stadium I came actually.
Aye.
Paulies.
Aye. In Status Quo played.
Yeah.
Come in the helicopter. I was there. So from starting as a 16-year-old, getting into the team, getting into playing anyway.
Yeah.
Well, how old were you when you made the first team?
17. I made my debut at 17 under Mick. So.
And who were playing? I'll have been there.
I made my debut at Huddersfield at home in the cup, and then after that I went out on loan for 4 or 5 months to Rotherham, which I look back and it was really good for me because at the time I was one of the first groups to move into the Academy of Light, and at that time it's unbelievable. It still is unbelievable to this day, but back then it's like, wow, this is one of the best in the country, and you get everything done for you and stuff like that. So at the time I was banging on Mick's door saying, look, I want to play, and at the time he had good older experience, and they were pushing for and ended up winning the league. So I went out on loan and went down to Rotherham. Mick Harf was in charge at the time.
What was Rotherham like? 'Cause it's a rough place, isn't it?
I was in a hotel, so I was basically in the hotel and train. So no, Rotherham was a good experience. You had senior pros around you, and you didn't get everything done for you, so it made you that bit more hungry. And that was when I came back, and in the Premier League season I kind of played a good 15, 16 games under Mick in the Premier League. So that was pretty good experience. As much as the club went down, it was a good experience myself, and I kind of broke into the team then.
So obviously as a fan, I know what the feeling's like to get relegated. What's it like as a player?
I was young. I was just I at the time. I think there's a big thing about you're a fan of the football club. I love the club, but you've got to kind of once you're in there, you've got to kind of not take a step back in a way, because you've got football clubs. The entire club is different to being a fan. You've got to do what's day in day out things right. So
So did that make you more hungry to
it just absolutely makes you more hungry to succeed. And the year when Roy came in, it was good. Exactly what I felt football's all about. The intensity of training every day it's always stuck with me. And going from strength to strength that season, I think was pretty special for me, and special for the club, because we didn't have a great start. I think we lost our first 5 games on the spin, and we ended up winning the league by 4 or 5 points. So that
was brilliant.
It was really good. I always remember we were in March, and we were nowhere near it really. Still in March, and we went on a crazy 17-18 game run, and we always, even picking up points away from home, come from behind, like Burnley's and stuff like that. Little games stick out to you, and it keeps that momentum going when you have that spirit within the group. And that year we had a lot of late goals, and we
did as well, didn't we?
We did a lot of late goals. We had some top experienced pros who basically helped everyone around. And
I always remember everyone used to say like they score so many late goals because everyone's shitting themselves to come back downstairs to Roy Keane. Fucking somebody score.
It's just Roy. Everyone has his persona, but Roy was brilliant.
Was he?
His intensity was brilliant indeed, but he would also have a laughing joke. I felt as now I was a young kid, but he made sure training was right every day. Every day, if you weren't training well, you wouldn't play. So, and I'm a big believer, so it was good. It really was good. It kept everyone on their toes. You couldn't be late.
But he doesn't like very late. I bet, off the top of my head, a couple of people missed the bus.
Yeah, Stokesy and Liam Miller, was it?
And then he just sacked them off, didn't he? He wouldn't play.
Yeah, they missed a game, but they came back in the next game after that. That's what Roy was like. You get your punishment, but then you move on, and it's all about the next day, and the 24 hours in front of you. And it doesn't certainly, I believe that's where football should be.
Well, the fans
Keeps
like
you on your toes.
The fans like to see that as well.
Keeps you on your toes when you think, but also people don't see the other side of Roy, where you have a laughing joke, and it was good.
He says some mad stuff when he's on when he's commentating, like, doesn't he? He says some mad stuff. I always, people in the studio look and think, oh, has he just said that? I think he's brilliant. I think he's brilliant. From where we were and when he came in, it brought the whole city up. It really felt like something was happening.
Yeah, I think I'm forever in debt with Roy. He took me down to Ipswich and played some good football, some good times under him, and he certainly does have an aura. Right. And I believe it's a good aura. It makes you. I'm a big believer. You want to impress people every day. You want to impress your coach. You want to impress your manager each day in training. And he certainly had that thing. I read things about Steven Gerrard. He wanted to impress his managers and coaches. Gerrard Houllier because I read quite a lot of, study quite a lot of top players, and you see their mentalities, and pretty much they all have the same goal, as they want to do things right each day.
So you're saying about Roy taking you down to Ipswich. So you went to Ipswich after you left us, didn't you?
Yeah, I left. I had to leave. I could have stayed. But it was my choice to leave for life reasons, and I believe it helped me fucking massively within life.
I did it.
Yeah, massively. Maybe people look at it and think it was a strange move for me, dropping back down the Championship, but I knew myself, and Roy knew me as a person, and because at first I wasn't. I said no a couple of times. I was like, no, I want to stay. I'm staying, but then certain things happened in my life, and I knew where I was. My wife was pregnant at the time. My girlfriend was pregnant at the time, so I knew that I've got to step away from. I need my life. I need to find out who I am, because I'm going through a difficult time. I just lost my dad, so it was a good time for me to step away from the northeast, as I say, and find myself and basically become a man, because I had everything around me, and I was going through a tough time. So stepping away, I always look back now, and my wife says it now, that was probably, maybe it's not for football reason, but as a life, as a person, that was the best thing I could have done at that time. And I always look back thinking, yeah, you had a bit of balls to do that, because you had everything comfortable around you, but certainly made me a better person, because life was tough at the time.
Aye.
So.
Was that because of your dad?
Yeah, I lost my dad out of the blue. That's why when I said
Aye.
Magaluf, I was in Magaluf at the time.
Aye.
Was
that?
Yeah, I was at Magaluf at the time. I was with my friends, and I got a phone call. So,
yeah. My dad actually died in front of us.
Okay.
Just over the road, actually, in the tower of the stadium, and that's what sort of changed my life.
Yeah.
Before I make no bones about the fact that I've sort of liked money. Sort of whatever I did involved me working to make money.
Okay.
And I had a bakery, and when that happened, from that day, I was just like, I'm gonna just do something where I help people, like, because I'd give them CPR and it didn't work, and that sort of really pissed us off. Yeah. Really, like, affected us. Even though the paramedic said he was already dead, it just made us feel guilty.
Okay.
And it's a horrible feeling. And people say, well, you shouldn't feel guilty, but it's a feeling, so you can't stop yourself. So sort of not the same as you, but that was a turning point for me. It made us come into this kind of business. I thought, well, if I get a job helping people, so I sort of volunteered at a homeless charity, paid me on wages for 10 months.
Okay.
Till I learnt the ropes, and then I managed to get a job with them, and then I started doing this in my spare time, and then
escalated.
5 years later, I settled on myself, like.
Yeah.
So that a turning point for me as well, and that, even though I was older, and really I should have been more mature, so I wasn't, because I was just living my life with sort of. I had a daughter who was only 4, 3, something like that, but I was doing stuff where I was sort of kind of, I didn't feel like I had loads of responsibilities. Okay. And what I've got now is all responsibilities. Yeah. So I'm doing everything that an adult really should do. Whereas before, I mean, I'm saying that and I'm going to Tenerife with my mates, so I'll next week I'll probably not be feeling like an adult. So that was a big turning point for me. Like, so down Ipswich, obviously back with Roy Keane, and if I remember rightly, Carlos Edwards.
Carlos came down. Yeah.
Aye. No, I liked him as a player. Like,
Carlos
liked
was
him.
typical Caribbean laid back.
Aye.
Character, but he was a good player.
I met him in town once, just walking through the street, and I just said, all right. I was on the other side of the road, and I just said, all right. And he come across, and I had like a chat for 5-10 minutes. Yeah. And like, that meant a lot to us, because I just said, all right, expecting him to walk on by, and he come over and talking about football, and I think he was injured at the time. And
to be fair, that's pretty similar to we had a few Trinidad lads, and they were all like that. They were all really like welcoming. We had Carlos, Kenwin, Yorkie, and we had Stern.
Aye.
And they were all really nice people, always welcoming, always bubbly characters.
Aye. Good people to have around.
Yeah, very good. No good.
So, Ipswich, you'll have to remind us, did they do anything when you were there?
No, we didn't do much. Didn't do much at all. It was Roy was there for, I was with Roy for about 18 months. Then Roy left. So yeah, we missed on the playoffs a few times, and but yeah, could have went better.
And then you went to Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, I went to Middlesbrough.
And what was that like?
I don't know how people's going to take this, but it was absolutely brilliant.
Great, yeah.
It really was.
It's your job at the end of the day.
It really was. Middlesbrough, I've got big fond memories of Middlesbrough Football Club. Good people, and pretty successful town there as well. So I was part of the history of the football club.
And you were back in the North East now, weren't you? So
that didn't mean much to me.
No,
to be honest, no. Come back to the North East, it didn't really mean much at the time. But then I remember when I was leaving Ipswich at the time, and I knew I needed a fresh challenge. You kind of know within yourself you wanted to try and progress and go on, and I got a call from Tony Mowbray, and straight away I bought into the man, a real good footballer man, plays a way that kind of suited me, and so yeah, bought into Tony and went to Middlesbrough, and really the rest is history, and forever grateful to Tony for taking me to the football club.
How long were you there?
I was there nearly 7 years, 6.5, 7 years, yeah.
I know I am starting to feel old.
7 years, so really it was really good times there.
Where did you live?
I still live there.
Same place? Well, didn't see your address.
I live at a little village called Herworth.
Aye.
So yeah, I would probably move back up, but my children are happy in school, so they come first for me. So,
well,
it's only a 40-minute drive for me, so that's fine. That's good.
So, obviously you've come back to Sunderland in the beginning of this season.
Yeah.
Last
January.
Last January. Yeah. Was it an easy decision to make, or?
Yeah, it was easy. I'm not going to lie. It was really easy because it could have happened twice before I came back. It could happen, but yeah, it didn't for whatever reason. You know, sometimes didn't really feel right. But I came as soon as I knew someone was interested. There's no way I was going to turn it down, and you know, Jack was brilliant with that, and the football club were brilliant. So, but no, I've got to say, you know, Steve Gibson did help, and Middlesbrough were great with wanting to happen, because that's where I really wanted to move to.
Well, you, I mean, with you being a Sunderland lad, for people at Sunderland, you coming out, it's, for me personally, it's a great thing. You know, I love everything about Sunderland, you know, and the people of Sunderland and everything. I think the more people that there is in Sunderland that do good stuff is great for me, you know. I'm a firm believer in that, you know, so I hope everything worked out for you while you're here, you know.
Yeah, look, it's hard work every day, so I'm a big believer. That's how you get to where you want to get to. That's one of the reasons I wanted to come back, because you want to try and be part of the process to help the club move on and achieve better things. So small steps and little things at a time, and you want to be part of that. And we'll see how it goes.
We're going back to you played for England, didn't you?
Yeah.
England.
Yeah, I was fortunate. Yeah, I played
all the way up to 21s.
21s, yeah, from 16s to 21s, which was good. I played with some very good players. We had a couple of good teams in there, so yeah, it was quite fun.
What's that like, representing your country?
Yeah, at the time there's nothing better, is there? When you're a young kid and you're selected as part of the best in the country, really. And I remember it was the first time when I was a 16-year-old, and there was a few from the North East at the time, and we had a good, I suppose, network of players in the North East, and good. Newcastle had a couple of good young players, and Middlesbrough certainly had some good young players, and I was fortunate from Sunderland to get chosen. So yeah, it was good from the 16s through to 17s. We had a good side. We got the semi-finals of the championships. We got beat on penalties. In the 19s we got the final. We played France over in Belfast, and their team was a good team. I've got their, wasn't not long ago actually, I was showing my kids, I've got a team sheet at home, and their team was pretty, you look back now, we got beat 1-0, and they battered us on a night, to be fair. They battered us, we were just like, it was a windy, rainy night, and we were hoping, like, you know, the English attitude comes through, but no, they were good players, and like, so Val Brennan's, Diabys and Bendamar's, Lorries of this world, Kabais, these players were playing, so that they were good players.
Is that the one that sticks it most in your mind, like that game?
Yeah, because there was a minute ago and I got sent off. Yeah. yeah.
What did you get sent off for?
Just I was young and your head goes.
Oh,
because I know you're only getting beat. And I think we won another time, 1-2. No, it might have been 2-1 actually, 1-2, 2-1 at the time. It was only a goal in it, and you know on a pitch. Trust me, if you think, you've got a chance and getting back, but nah, we didn't have a chance. They were good, and it was just one of them things where you kind of lost your head for a moment, and you're walking down the tunnel. Yeah.
Nice one. Nice one.
No,
So, what was that? Were you 16? Under 16?
That was under 19s. That one.
Under 19s.
That was 19s.
What was under 21s like?
21s was good. I think I played 4 or 5 times, and 21s was good. There was a good group of players, really good group of players. It was good to be involved, and as much as I was only involved 4 or 5 times, but it's something you're proud of. But obviously you wanted more and more and more, and at the time I was playing in the Premier League with Sunderland, so you kind of want to work hard and get more and more.
It must be the pinnacle of people's careers. Like I imagine playing for your country,
Yeah, of course. Especially at a young age, absolutely top draw, because you want to thrive for more, and you want to learn. I'm a big believer you always learn from players, and where people are, even at a young age, I always wanted to look around, and I always remember Theo Walcott playing. The kid's quick. So it was a good group.
I think didn't he get to the World Cup when he was 16?
Yeah.
I don't think he played, but I think he went.
Sven took the World Cup, so.
I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? I was watching the Liverpool game the other day, and there was when they played Everton, and they were all young kids.
Yeah.
And 16-year-olds playing in that.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'd love to see young players doing well, and
I suppose if you're good enough, it doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in that. If you're good enough, and you get thrown in no matter what. And I'm enjoying watching Denver at the minute. I think Denver's got a real good chance to be top player. I'm telling you, he's got a real good chance. Got everything for me, and as long as he keeps doing the right things, Denver, I believe, will go on to be a Premier League player one day, because I believe he's got all the attributes. He's got the athleticism. He's got the technical ability, and he's a quiet and calm lad, and which I quite like. So if Denver just keeps working hard every day and listen to the coach around him, and hopefully they'll kick on with a little bit of luck, because everyone needs a little bit of luck. But as long as Denver can keep playing week in, week out, and keep improving Sunderland Football Club, it's nice to see.
What's the future hold for you? Like, do you think when you finish playing you would move into coaching, managing, or would you move away from football or do commentating and stuff? Have you not thought that far?
No, I've not really thought that far.
No.
No, because I'm like I said before, I like learning and stuff like that, and I've played with players before in dressing rooms where they're like 30, 31-year-old, and they start thinking about the next chapters and think, but I'm thinking, each day you still got to play football. You're a footballer, and I'm a big believer you can't really take your mind off the ball, and you've got to keep doing what you need to do. And as for going into football after, I don't know. I love my girls. I've had misfortunes that happened in my family, so I want to enjoy my wife, my kids. I don't know. I love football. I really do. Every day. But as going down that route, I don't know. I really don't know. I think I'm a big believer of if you want to go down that route, you've got to love to improve players. You want to help players. You don't just want to be in football or being a football coach just because you are. Because for me, I think you're kind of not doing yourself justice. You're not helping players. You're not wanting to improve players. So if I was going to go down that route, I'd want to love to do that. And I'm pretty sure I've got it in me. But I'd also want to enjoy a little time with my family first. So I'm more than confident. I think one day I'll come back in football. Which capacity, I don't know.
When I had Kevin Ball on, we were discussing the similarities between leaving the forces and leaving football.
I think it's pretty similar.
Yeah.
I really do. I think
And
it's
like
pretty
people
similar.
suffer transition periods, you know, where you're a bit lost. And when you first leave, and I'm not saying when you first leave football, but when you first leave the army, it's great because you think, yeah, I'm doing all this sort of stuff. But then after a couple of weeks, you miss things, and not necessarily the
routine. I think people miss routine.
That's it. The routines, exactly. That's what we're trying to build in this building.
Yeah, one of my friends, good friends, played with him. He's just retired, and that's what he's missing at the minute. Routine.
And is he finding it mentally tough, or is he just, you know, because people slip into depression and stuff. Why?
He's the routine by side of things and keep himself busy. So that's what he's doing at the minute.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, the routine is. I think that's a big factor for both footballers and ex people. So when you do it for so long and that routine kind of goes, you know, you're like back to school again.
Well, that's it. What do you do? I mean, you'd have a couple of weeks off, but after that, well, you know, we try to keep the clients busy all the time. Like we do a weekly sort of timetable.
Okay.
So they've got the gym, they've got art therapy, they've got music therapy, they've got the Gunners Club, all different things. Just so they've got something to look at and think, right, it's in the drop-in downstairs. They look at that. That's what's happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, and then we have a lot of people who take drugs and drink, but the idea of them, we don't never tell people to just stop everything, you know what I mean? But if you work and then you need one saying, you can't have a pint at the end of the night, you know, but like doing a drink first thing in the morning, because that's not what people do, you know what I mean? There's not a right and wrong thing, but if you drink first thing in the morning, that's your day fucked, you know what I mean? What else can you do? You kind of come here, because we don't let people in here when they've been drinking or taking drugs.
Right.
So then you can't do the activities, so that day's a wrote off straight away if you've drunk first thing in the morning.
Okay.
But if you have a drink on a night and you can get up in the morning, that's all right, you know. Mm-hmm. And that's the army and the forces, sort of a big alcohol culture. So that's a thing that a lot of people suffer from.
Because they carry on doing it.
Yeah, but they haven't got the
routine's gone.
See, in the army, you can drink as much as you want, as long as you're going to work on the morning. They're not bothered. You can be out all night, finish drinking 6 in the morning, but as long as you're going to work in the morning and you can do your job, that's fine. When you're out, you can't do that. You can't drink till 6 o'clock in the morning, go to a normal job. You know what I mean? It's not like that. Because in the army, say, you would just be on camp.
Right.
I don't know, you'd be cleaning your rifle, doing your boots, whatever.
Okay.
But you'd not be working on heavy machinery and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Or at Nissan or anything like that.
Right.
You know, so the transition for people is pretty difficult, like. And you have other people.
It's interesting that because, you know, there's big stakes in doing that. And, if they're drinking.
Exactly.
Quite a thing, you know, getting up at 6 and straight to work.
Straight to work, mate. Straight in.
The big risks.
It
is interesting.
I've went from being out, went in, got showered, put my uniform on and went to work when I was in the army. Seriously. And loads of people did.
Did they?
You know, and you're hanging all day, you know. But, I mean, if you've got something like exercise or you go on live firing, you wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah.
But if you're just hanging around camp, you know what I mean? That's
you can get away with it.
You know, as you Skype, like. That's just the culture it was like. Well, what we normally do is when we play at the end, when it finishes, we sort of play a tune, song. Have you got anything that you would like? Anything that what sort of music do you like?
Music do I like? These people won't like my music. I'm a bit like.
Just mad. It's only on for about 10 seconds.
No,
just any song.
I'm a bit. I don't know.
Matters laugh. Tell us what you like.
What do I like before? I like songs that mean things.
Right. Well, give us one.
The last one that meant something, I would probably just go with. I heard of Supermarket Flowers.
Supermarket Flowers, Joe?
No.
No,
Ed Sheeran,
no.
Who does it?
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran it is.
Ed Sheeran is. We'll get an Ed Sheeran song. It's only on. Have you rushed in too quickly there, like?
No, I'm just trying to think what I was listening to in the car this morning. I was listening to a podcast this morning in the car, actually.
You'll be listening to this one next week.
Yeah. Tell you what's called Tennessee Whiskey. Good song, eh? Good song.
By who?
Get your phone out.
Get it out, man. Let's find out. The last thing one of these put the wrong Tennessee whiskey thing on. Jack Daniels.
Chris Stapleton. Good statement, no.
No, we'll get it on Spotify though, can't we?
I'll find it and get it on, and we'll tweet him with it anyway. So
Yeah, we'll tweet it at the end and put it in. I had because I did one last week.
Tell you what I'll go with. I'm just looking at me things here. Go with Skinny Love. Bon Iver.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's a good tune.
Yeah, Skinny Love, Bon Iver. Good tune,
You know
eh?
who that is, do you?
No
Yeah,
idea.
it's a proper tune, eh?
Yeah, that's about 15 years old.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I'll.
From Texas, is he from Texas? He's out that way, isn't he?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I don't. That's the only song I know.
Skinny Love, yeah, good.
You do realise this is going to sound a bit mental, but he's not supposed to be there. So,
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
so we're just chatting to nobody at all because he hasn't got a microphone. It just be sounding like you're looking at your phone, talking to yourself.
Yeah.
Right, Emma. I really want to thank you for coming in. You know, I really appreciate you being from Sunderland and sort of me just asking you when you come to look around. You said yes straight away, and I appreciate that.
That's okay.
I appreciate everything the club does. You know, and I wish you best for the future. Get the lads at the stadium to watch the podcast, right? And then they might watch the other ones.
Yeah.
You know? I was on last week or the week before. I'll not look out that because
How many have you had?
I think this is 17, is it? 17, I think.
17 or 18, yeah. 18
The,
now.
for as in ones that are on for around about 40 minutes to an hour, and then there's about 5 that are on for 5-10 minutes, which we did on the opening night.
Yeah.
So, right, thank you very much,
No
mate.
problem.
And enjoy your song at the end. All right, thank you, man.
No
Cheers.
problem. No problem.